Okay. Well, welcome again. We're with Andrea Giacobino from the SDK team. Sorry, and welcome. How have you experienced the conference?
Thank you. The conference was very exciting. It was very nice to meet many people also outside the development community, and it was, I think, it was a very nice experience for everybody.
Yeah.
For me, it was.
Yeah, it was great because you get to meet the people that you see in the pictures and in your
Exactly.
video. So I think for me that's one of the really great things of the conference, the getting together and getting to know each other. So of everybody,
Yes.
no? So, how did you arrive to the SDK team and to aeternity? What's your path to the aeternity family?
I was I'm based in Berlin, and I started to collaborate with Ape Unit that still is in charge of developing some of the SDKs, and I entered to the team because they needed a new more manpower and to follow the development of the blockchain, Eternity blockchain, because as you know, especially in the beginning of the project, right, the evolution of the code, of the product is very quick, and so it takes a lot of effort to keep it to follow the advancement.
Yeah, and to grow. One of the things that really surprised me is how much code has been written in the last 2 years. And if you see our project in terms of the commits on GitHub, mm-hmm, we're always up there and as one of the projects that produces more code. And in terms of the SDKs, what can you tell us that is something that, what's the next thing that's happening, or how is the SDK team advancing?
Right now, the biggest focus of course, is in the Lima support. So right now the focus is making the transition to the Lima R fork as little painful as possible for the users. So provide all the functionality so you can actually not worry too much about
things breaking.
Exactly.
So you're doing the testing and making sure that everything's compatible.
Exactly. Also provide different functionality before and after the
hard fork.
Exactly.
And all the support. Mm-hmm. Excellent. And where do you see us going? I mean, in terms of, this project has been growing exponentially. Mm-hmm. In terms of people in there, and in terms of from the area where you're in, do you see us giving support for other areas? What do you see?
For example, well, I think now it's going to be an interesting moment now that the technology is getting more stable. So I think now it will be, I see it like maybe growing a little bit in terms of projects that actually use it in a production environment, the blockchain. So I think the most exciting thing that will come will be in terms of application and real use cases.
And we're working from Latin America to get more of those use cases with you. We had the traceability of cannabis, mm-hmm, that actually we're going to be announcing, and I think this is good for me in this conference. What was very good is that we start connecting the dots, mm-hmm, between what we created and the use cases that are out there. So I think that connection is very important in getting the core developers, the SDKs, and the end users all in the same place and starting to talk about, the issues that they have. So,
yes, absolutely.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.